really trying to run from? I guess that's the thing about problems. While you ignore them, then you ain't got none. Oh, what a wonderful way to live. Cold, magnifying the things I did. I know something has got to give. I wait for the veil to lift. And oh, I'm feeling that choice in the way. I'm feeding that void every day. I'm screaming your voice in my brain. It's more than I can take. And oh, I'm feeling that choice in the way. The little blockade in my brain. Whatever comes next, I pray. It isn't more than I can take, yeah. Always late to the party, so everybody might look upon me. Show them something better than I might be. Force feed a narrative, sell them what they wanna see. Wait, maybe that's the way I put the walls up. No one ever gets to get a close-up. That's the way illusions get bust up. Life's been a breeze so long as I kept the front up. Hey, don't make me reflect on things. Avoiding it all is an easy win. No way can the loneliness settle in. It's my choice to pretend to be king. And oh, I'm feeling that choice in the way. I'm feeding that void every day. I'm screaming your voice in my brain. It's more than I can take. And oh, I'm feeling that choice in the way. The little blockade in my brain. Whatever comes next, I pray. It isn't more than I can take, yeah. The person inside underwhelms me, so I pretend I'm something else entirely. A person who's better than me at everything. Rather you'd know that other guy instead of me. It's funny how it took so long to realize. I thought I was alone and trying to live lies. Maybe everyone's a person being hit behind, but we all be so alone if we empathize. Whoa, depressing epiphany. I know you're so far as you let me see. We're both different people way underneath. What happens when those people meet? I don't know. I'm feeling that choice in the way. I'm feeding that void every day. I'm screaming your voice in my brain. It's more than I can take. And oh, I'm feeling that choice in the way. The little blockade in my brain. Whatever comes next, I pray. It isn't more than I can take. And oh, yeah. Ooh, I've been trying to get my weary head right, looking out across that shoreline. Lonely little orange boat light, heading out for somewhere new. If I lead into my so-called breakdown, I could build myself back up now. Better than before, you'll see now. I should set sail soon too. And I try, but nothing's getting through. Uncertain life, I'm telling you that I just don't know how I'm gonna keep moving on. As soon as I let go, feel the bad times coming on. And I just don't know how I'm gonna keep moving on. As soon as I let go, I feel the bad times coming on, coming on. Maybe the headwinds from acceleration, and all I need's determination to hold my bearing and keep it bold. There's still so many problems I should solve, so I'll be rushing towards some horizon or something I could keep my eyes on. There's some way I could reach my prize, even though I still just don't know. I'm gonna keep moving on. As soon as I let go, feel the bad times coming on. I just don't know. I'm gonna keep moving on. As soon as I let go, feel the bad times coming on, coming on, coming on. Step off the plane and the first thing that I hear, welcome to California. I'm doing my best just to try not to disappear. No one's gonna do that for you. I've got pale white skin and a point I've got to prove. And I hear that's easy if you got the money. Now they tell me I'm done, but I'm only 22. Yeah, California's kind of funny. Either I could do better, or I'm just fooling myself. I never say never, cause I'm just fooling myself. Either I could do better, or I'm just fooling myself. I never say never, cause I'm just fooling myself. Welcome to California. I'm setting up shop, doing what I gotta do to live. And I've been inhaling that super freeway. 27 months with a hunger that I just can't shift. That hunger's pretty common these days. We all wanna be rich and famous and powerful. These are snowman's dreams and they're beautiful. We need those fast cars, Hollywood stars. We'll split the difference and make it all ours. Welcome to California. Either I could do better, or I'm just fooling myself. I never say never, cause I'm just fooling myself. Either I could do better, or I'm just fooling myself. I never say never, cause I'm just fooling myself. Welcome to California. You know I don't know what I'm doing. She says she came here just to get away from God. She says I need you to tell me something. How can I stay when I'm always falling off? She takes a sip and says she hopes she's dead by morning. Then she jumps up on the table, says she's over it. When she screams, I'm gonna be Marilyn Monroe. For a place that got so famous for its glamour and its sunshine, I'm still surprised by all the snow. We all wanna be rich and famous and powerful. Through these snowman's dreams make us beautiful. And we need those fast cars, Hollywood stars. We'll split the difference and make it all ours. Welcome to California. Either I could do better, or I'm just fooling myself. I never say never, cause I'm just fooling myself. Either I could do better, or I'm just fooling myself. I never say never, cause I'm just fooling myself. Welcome to California. to do is to sell my soul, and it won't sell for much. I can't believe for all this time I knew I was in control, I was losing touch. And yeah, I guess the only thing to do is to sell my soul and watch it go like. Watch it go like. Watch it go like. In control, I was losing touch. And now I guess the only thing to do is to sell my soul, and it won't sell for much. I can't believe for all this time I knew I was in control, I was losing touch. And yeah, I guess the only thing to do is to sell my soul and watch it go like. Seldom practice what I preach. Life is a long shot quest for meaning. It's an urgency I'm feeling. I guess I could keep believing if I took the time to try. And I'm not concerned with virtue. Guess I got a lot to work through. And I'd never mean to hurt you, though I've never really tried. I guess for all this time I knew I was in control, I was losing touch. And now I guess the only thing to do is to sell my soul, and it won't sell for much. I can't believe for all this time I knew I was in control, I was losing touch. And yeah, I guess the only thing to do is to sell my soul and watch it go like. It's hard, but no, I'm there for you. You could use me. Well, I've located the issue. You've got a hole in your head, letting things in that you should be keeping out. I'll break it down verbally so you can see what I can see. It's courtesy, it's gotta be said. It's clear to me that you're going south. I know you've got a lot to do. You could use me like you lights and hindsight remind me I'm alright. I let it all go. I could never get it right, and I let it all go. I'm running for my life, and I know that you know these things that haunt me in the night. I let it all go, all go, all go. They say I should act my age, but I guess I don't know when it was. I should have changed, and I watched this night glow. Try to tell me I'm okay, but I let it all go, all go. And now I'm running out into headlights, full bright. Somehow I'm alright. These night lights and hindsight remind me I'm alright. We've been running around, running through these towns, and they say the city's uplift with gold. As the buildings pass, we catch reflections in the glass. I see people, but I don't see souls. I live up in the clouds, and now I come back down. I find another man in my bed, and this night can't last. They tell me things will pass, but I can't get this out my head. It's all headlights, full bright. Somehow I'm alright. These night lights and hindsight remind me I'm alright. All go. And now I'm running out into headlights, full bright. Somehow I'm alright. These night lights and hindsight remind me I'm alright. Headlights, full bright. Somehow I'm alright. These night lights and hindsight remind me I'm alright. Inevitable was the fall, you know. You're not out here alone, though. Just know this isn't over. Like all the other times, this will pass. Just be nice to yourself, like yeah. I know that this got out of hand. We've gone through shit, so just relax. Yeah, there you are, slamming a fist on the table, telling how this is more than you'll take. Under the weight of the day, or in the midst times, this will pass. Just be nice to yourself, like yeah. I know that this got out of hand, but we can't do shit, so just relax. Stolen what once was free to sell it back for a fee. Guess I should let it be, but I have a hard time letting go. And I feel it's fair just to let you know. It hurts less to forgive what you can't control. And sometimes that feels like a lot to like all the other times, this will pass. Just be nice to yourself, like yes. I know that this got out of hand, but we can't do shit, so just relax. Habits been praying, waiting for the curtain call. Living with this kind of makes no sense at what it means to me to be lost without thought. Guess we all know what it means to be coming up short. And I don't know where I should go, and I'm lost and outpaced. Don't tell me what I need to know, just give me some space. Some space. Oh, questioning what you know for sure. No, what would anyone do that for? No, questioning what you know for sure. We all know what it means to be coming up short. And I don't know where I should go, and I'm lost without peace. Don't tell me what I need to know, just give me some space. Yes, we all know what it means to be you're probably due an explanation. Could be you've even been forgetting me. Well, I can't say I really blame you. I've always let time get ahead of me. All of my broken-hearted friends, all of my enemies and nemesis, I'd love to see you all again. But for now my pride will get the best of me. And it's sad but true. My exile is a habit. Someday I'll message you from my quiet little planet. I'm not sure why I keep my distance and extend it. I'm scared that I won't be what you expect. All these impermanent connections, born out of unavailability. I reminisce about the best ones, and it's bittersweet, but they still live in me. Yeah, we hang out and share a space and time. Then like 8 months later, how you doing there? I'm floating in and out of life, but I do adore the times I'm spending there. Yeah, it's sad but true. My exile is a habit. Someday I'll message you from my quiet little planet. I'm not sure why I keep my distance and extend it. I'm scared that I won't be what you expect. Well, I could learn the secrets of the stars and still I'd feel I need help. Belated realizations at the asteroid belt, where all the regulars are trying to get away from themselves. I'm drifting off, I'm dealing with my personal hell. I feel I've seen a lot, but some would say I'm still just a kid. Well, nothing teaches more than regretting what you did. I always look back feeling stupid about the things that I hate.
gun and the sniper waff. We don't speak of the sniper waff. It's not even a wonder. Does it even kill? I've never seen anyone actually use it. Oh yeah, this gun has a ton of ammo. This is the best wall weapon in this map for sure. I think my favorite is the fire staff from Origins BO2. That's an interesting pick since it's ass, but it's also not its fault. It's ass. It should be good. Like by design and on paper, they just they didn't code it properly. It does crash your game. So actually around what's interesting is that around the time when the Gen Strat on Origins came out last year, there were a couple other things they found on Origins that I think it was mostly like Furret and the French found these things. But they basically found that you can use the fire staff and it won't crash, but only in co-op, because it has to kill something. Because its damage is so low, if you shoot it and it doesn't kill anything, which it won't because its damage is really low if you use it by itself, then you'll crash. But if you're shooting it like in conjunction with another staff, it won't crash your game, and it will actually kill zombies, or it'll like help to kill them. Has there ever been a map with 4 elemental wonder weapons that were bad? The blades from Citadel on BO6. They're pretty ass. Yeah, I like the design of all the staffs. I feel like I like the design of the wind staff the best, honestly. With the wings are sick. I'm starving for a max already. There we go. Yeah, I like the concept of the swords, but they're also just not good with the way that BO6 plays. Oh, and the Mark IIs, yeah, on Alpha Omega. The Mark II variants. I've never even used those. Do they even kill on high rounds, or do they have a damage drop off? Oh, they run out of... Fuck, there go my claymores. They run out of ammo, I see. I think I hear a drop upstairs, maybe. I don't really want to break spawns and go get it, though. Oh, it's gone. If it was up here. Yeah, 2 trip mine. They really went from place infinite claymores on BO1. I think the limit is 12 on BO2, and place 2 trip mines on BO3, and they don't actually kill anything. The only thing they're useful for is weapon swapping, or like fast swapping, and killing the astronaut on Moon. I think they kill him, because he becomes insta-kill. lost the red icicle because that idiot hit me. Very nice, Claymore stack. Yeah, I'm just using them in case I have to back up. They're really not useful in this game very much. They're not like BO1 where you can stack like a whole bunch and use them in high rounds, because you never really need to do that on this game. This is a 2 window. This strat's been around forever, but people don't really use it because you normally flop in the tunnel. But I'm not flopping this game, so I thought I'd just come down here, use this strat. I don't have to deal with accidentally killing like zombies in the riser spawns. The only bad part about this strat is that there's not as easy of an escape route if I get in trouble. Like, I can open that door, but then I can't use this spot anymore. So it only works if that door is closed. Oh. Is he up here? Oh, he sounded like he was up here. Is it faster than using the flopping tunnels flopless? I think it's about the same speed. Maybe like slightly slower. Yeah, I should have painted the AM chalk on top of the saloon, but it's okay. God damn it. I'll be able to utilize insta-kills here better with a third weapon.
You're an idiot! This is one of the main reasons people like you will be left alone to die! To never come near me or my family ever again.
Yesterday, Pomex's friends pulled up at my friend's house and stabbed me in the back. This fucker kills people, man. He can kill people.
These guys just found out they're in my most recent video. They are not too happy.
Proximity chat doesn't do anything. I care?
Hey, can you go down there with the group, please? I'm having a private conversation.
We're gonna report him. I'm gonna put a video up saying, what he said was not true. And I think he needs to go. I think he needs to go.
Can I ask why I was in a YouTube video?
You know what? A lot of people were in it, okay? A lot of people were in it.
Were you in?
Proximity chat. Proximity chat is a well-known fucking troll. He targets people, posts the YouTube video on YouTube, and is sponsored for doing so.
The panic and fear these people are feeling after ending up in one of my videos reminds me of how I felt when I was playing the VR horror game known as Dread Meridian. Today's sponsor. Dread Meridian is a new VR survival horror game where players take on the role of Daniela, who's on a search for her sister Isabella. As you explore the game, you will collect resources, solve puzzles, and fight various types of enemies.
Oh, this guy better watch out. You better watch out, man. I don't want to die! Oh.
Right after loading into the game, there's a very creepy atmosphere where I felt like I was going to get attacked by something at any second. I did eventually get attacked by an enemy, but luckily you can use and customize weapons such as guns and knives to stay alive. And on top of all that, there's an upcoming PvP mode where you can play with your friends not only as the survivors, but as the monsters as well. You can check out Dread Meridian via the link below on Steam or MetaQuest and enjoy 10% off with the discount code DREADB9D0C5. And keep an eye out for the PvP mode coming up. up where you can play with your friends as both the survivors and the monsters. So come give Dread Meridian a shot. Come join the community today using the link below.
My family almost fell apart because of this situation.
I have stitches on my back end right now. You know why?
Why?
I didn't tell you this, but yesterday Pomex's friends pulled up at my friend's house and stabbed me in the back yesterday. Like, his friends are actually looking for me still.
Dude, what the hell is this guy talking about? I gotta talk to this guy about what he just said. You said that Proximity's friends came to your house earlier? I think they were outside of my house earlier.
Okay, whoever knocked on the door is probably was police, because I did call some police in your town and my town to do a wellness check on you guys. I just got an EMS thing on my phone saying, warning, there's a 6'5" person wearing a black shirt, black pants. There's 3 or 4 people missing right now. If you see him, do not approach him. If you see him walking behind you, find the nearest building to hide at. I just got that on my phone just now. There's like 4 people missing right now.
Are you like part of the police force or something?
Used to be. I'm retired, so they send me any messages just in case anything goes wrong. He says that there's 4 people missing right now. 2 of them were found dead already with their necks sliced.
I hope he doesn't come to my house.
He's outside right now. He's walking around someone's house right now.
Mom, watch out for Proximity. He might be outside with a gun.
Tell her you got a friend here that's actually tracking him. Tell her that, please. Let her know.
Yeah, no, I have a friend that's working with the police officers. Just make sure the doors are locked.
He is known to be armed. If you see him, shoot him. He is armed.
They're gonna shoot my mom?
No, tell your mom to shoot him because he will be armed. Shoot him if you see him.
You want me to shoot my mom?
No, shoot Promotion Chat if he see him.
This guy wants me to shoot you, Mom.
Bro, what the f are you saying? Make sure she is armed and she has every right to shoot the guy. Yep, my phone's going off now. It says, warning, please remain indoors and please keep your doors locked until further notice. He is known to be dangerous. He is 5'4".
5'4"?
If you see him, walk away or try to call police. He is very known and very dangerous to the community. The police are gonna be here in a fucking minute. You better stay the f away from my door, huh? I got a shotgun, so stay the f away from my door. Yeah, he's at my door knocking. Like, he's rapidly knocking at my door. Stay back, bro. I know you're fucking scared, but you can't be doing this kind of shit, bro. Yeah, walk down those stairs and leave, you see? Yeah, he's down the stairs now. He's walking out.
This guy just did an entire fake roleplay of Proximity being outside of his house, directly to my face. Is that Proximity?
Yeah, it is him. I have his account right here somewhere.
You're telling me that's actually Proximity right there?
Yep. This fucker kills people, man. He can kill people. Like, I actually have video proof of it.
I don't have the proof, okay? I'm gonna be completely honest.
Here's one of his videos, right here.
Proximity Chat has actually been known to
Guys.
kill people, have people killed by people showing up at their houses.
Was it on the news? Is he in prison? I'm telling you, if someone with his reputation had hurt somebody, he would be in prison.
I don't think he's sending people to people's houses, dude. I think you're making that up.
I'm not lying.
Like, do you even work for the police like you told me?
Brayden, please tell me you're not lying about this.
I'm not lying. I'm not
lying. Why were
lying.
you just silent?
Dude, you scared my mom when you lied to me.
Shut up for a second. This fucker is everywhere, okay?
Why are you so obsessed with finding him? He does this to troll people.
Listen, please, just
You
listen to me.
listen. I've had enough of this, okay? I'm already stressed out. Everybody is being paranoid. They think he's going to send people after us.
I actually have people looking for his ass right now. You're turning people against me, man.
So here's what I want you to do, okay? I want you to genuinely apologize for lying.
I'm sorry for lying, okay? I am. I'm sorry for the things I said that was a lie.
Do you accept his apology?
Yes, I accept his apology.
All right, start like fake fighting with each other. Break up the peace that they just made.
Okay. Hey, Proximity Cat, do you have a girlfriend?
No.
Well, if you did, I would have taken her away from you.
Shh, zip the lip.
Did you just say you'd steal my girlfriend?
Yeah, I'll take her all to myself. And now it's time for me to scratch your eyes out.
The piece is gone.
Cookie, you have put my family's mental health yet again into fucking danger. Do you understand what you've done? I needed this peace, and you ruined it. I was trying to make peace, and he wouldn't fucking stop.
You said your husband wants to yell at him?
Oh, most definitely. Because he almost ruined the only chance at us ever having peace with him.
Her husband wants to talk to you. I think he's gonna yell at you.
Okay. Cookie's here. The one you need to talk to before I do.
When Mercy was trying to be civil with proximity chat, you joined in out of nowhere and started talking shit, even threatening him to freaking gouge his eyes.
And I still will. Proximity chat is a danger to the VR community.
You're an idiot! This is one of the main reasons people like you will be left alone to die!
Proximity chat is a danger to the VR community.
You're an idiot! This is one of the main reasons people like you will be left alone to die!
Proximity chat deserves to get his eyes gouged out, and I'm gonna be the one to do it.
No, he doesn't! He's just like any normal human being. How would you like it if someone said that to you? You're done for. I want you to never come near me or my family ever again. Those who are friended with Cookie right now, unfriend them and block them.
Peace has been brokered with proximity chat. There is no longer a threat.
Yeah, there it is again. Me, tornado warning. Yep, it's a F5. F5.
F5? Where do you live? I want to look this up.
I live in Texas.
Dude, this guy's just lying again.
The National Weather Service in Indianapolis has issued a tornado warning for...
I just wanted to let you know that I caught that guy in another lie. He was lying to me about a tornado coming to his house.
He's saying I'm lying about shit.
Dead again?
I'm not lying about shit, bro. I'll send my friends to kill your fucking ass. I'll send my friends to kill your fucking ass. Keep fucking with me. Keep fucking with me. I'm not fucking lying, bro. Keep fucking with me. I'll get my friends to slaughter your fucking ass.
I'm gonna get you removed from your little VR family for lying to me. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye to your family.
No, you're not. No, you're not. If you do that, I'll slaughter you.
I'm going to verify this.
Fuck.
Is there a F5 tornado in Texas right now?
I hate it when people do this to me, man. I promise there
are no watches, warnings, or advisories for tornadoes, including F5 in Texas.
Because it was a YouTube video. You were lying.
No, it wasn't. No, I wasn't. I wasn't.
All right. I know.
I don't want to get kicked out of family, okay? I
Then stop
promise I
lying.
won't lie again.
I looked at the radar. There's nothing there.
I will stop lying. I promise.
You said that before. dude.
I'll stop.
It's
I'll
your
prove it to
last
you.
chance. Your last chance. Lie again,
Hey,
and you're out.
I'll prove to this family. I'll show you guys I'm not a bad person.
Oh no, man. I got you on camera saying the hard R.
Can you delete that, please? Delete that, man, please. I'll do anything for you to delete that. I'll do anything. Literally anything.
I think I'm gonna show it to your little VR family. Get you kicked out.
No, please, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry for everything I did, all right? I'm sorry for lying to you. I'll never lie to you again. From now on, I'll tell you the truth.
I think you're lying.
Buddy, listen to me, all right? Come back, please.
White opens with hi with 3 eyes. How you question mark I'm underage from the UK X you're so cute and sexy weird face emoji per X. Oh god, White's leading with the minor gambit. This isn't something you should be proud about and flexing when you're acting like this. You can already tell this player is a role player freak and that's how you get onto a list. A very sloppy inaccuracy. Black responds saying, kinda weird dude. Black showing incredible restraint by not immediately blocking this imbecile. Black's giving him one chance to understand he f***ed up, and a good move. White asks with, what's kinda weird, question mark, lol. This absolute buffoon can't figure out what's wrong with announcing you're underage while purring at strangers. This just proves his brain is completely smooth, 0 wrinkles and a mistake. Black clarifies all of that. Black's refusing to list every red flag on White's opening because it would take way too long and everything was wrong. His whole existence is good move. White narrows it down with purring in your ears, question mark. White thinks the cat noise is the problem, not the fact that he opened with I'm a minor, you're sexy, purr. His priorities are completely backwards. This man's thought process is cooked. Absolute blunder. Black confirms, obviously, yes, the purring period. Black's just picking the easiest answer to exit from this nightmare of a match with a forced move. White defends the move with, really, question mark, that's weird compared to what you could have had from a 50-year-old perv, ... Yeah, of course. So White's entire defense is, well, at least I'm not that bad. Dude, you're still as bad, you're just younger and worse at spelling. Shows his American education failed him as hard as his social skills, and this is the at least I'm not 50 defense. Horrible blunder. Black destroys him with, someone else being creepy doesn't make you less creepy. Black just ended this man's whole defense with basic thinking. You can't defend being a creep by pointing at other creeps. It's not how anything works with a brilliant move. White crashes out and says, stay single, ... a few dots, like 6 or 7. And trans, of course, period. Bi freak, period. Stay fun at parties, winking face emoji. White's having a complete breakdown because someone called him out for being weird after he purred at them while being underage. White had the audacity to critique and call out names when he literally made cat noises in his opener. The projection is so strong that NASA could use it to explore other flat planets because everyone knows the Earth is flat, and this is a catastrophic blunder. Black finally finishes with WTF. Black's brain is trying to process how someone speedran being creepy, defensive, and aggressive in under a minute. There's no response needed and the confusion says everything, and with this, Black resigns. Next, White opens with say something, crying face emoji, crying face emoji, crying face emoji. White's demanding attention with 3 crying emojis like the text I send to my dad. No greetings, no small talk, just straight begging and an inaccuracy. Black responds to White and says, I appreciate you, but I've got a husband and kids, period. LOL, period. Black shutting him down with a family defense, and his good move is just being polite about the rejection. White goes, I just said you were cute, ... I'm gonna kill myself, period. I'm sorry for being attracted to you, ... I can't help it, ... White's doing damage control by downplaying his opener, then immediately guilt-tripping her with the classic killing myself in Minecraft gambit. He's trying to make her feel bad for rejecting him. Very much manipulative with his blunder. Black shoots back with, and I didn't reply because I have a dude, period. But thank you, that's very kind, period. Black somehow staying calm and polite with this good move, and she explained why she didn't respond and still thanked him. She's handling his guilt trip pretty calmly. White closes and says, I'll be dead within 20 minutes, period. Don't fucking worry, ... This is a catastrophic blunder, as White just gave her a countdown timer for his self-deletion like anyone asked. The 20-minute warning is unhinged. Who announces their exit schedule like that? Nobody actually plans to do it will announce it this way, just trying to guilt trip you with the oldest trick in the book. Next, White starts us off with, are you a high school, question mark, because I'd love to shoot some kids inside you, cucumber emoji, blue water droplets emoji. White's making a school shooting joke. This is generally one of the worst pickup lines ever created, just trying to be edgy and show off, but it rarely works with this catastrophic blunder. Black responds with, that's fucking horrible, dude, period. Are you okay, question mark, like actually okay, question mark, I'm worried, period. She's not even engaging with the joke. She's genuinely concerned for his mental state because you have to be unwell to type that. She's showing real empathy instead of just blocking him. This is surprisingly kind given what he just said and a good move. White closes with, well, since you legitimately care, no, I'm not okay, period. I'm driving through in pouring rain, going 30 under the speed limit, life is terrible. White saw genuine concern and immediately dumped his problems. He's driving in the rain, going slow, and his life is terrible. It's honestly a pretty great move because it shows he's either distressed or his brain stopped working. Because fair play to him, he saw a safety net thrown to him and he grabbed it and clung on. Just shows that edgy people are just lonely ones. Next, White opens with sexy. White's leading with a single word opening like a pretty bad dumbass. Bold and stupid and an inaccuracy. Black makes a move with question mark. Black's confused because a stranger just called her sexy with 0 prior moves in a reasonable reaction with a good move. White follows up with or not question mark LOL. White's already backtracking and questioning himself. He's nervous, he opened with confidence, immediately folded like an omelet, mistake. Black asks, just confused as to where you got this. Black wants to know how this random gooner found her. Valid question, good move. White hits back and says, I don't even remember, period. Are you on Scout? White doesn't know where he found her, which means he's messaging random people hoping someone responds. He's asking her if she's on some app he can't even recall. Blunder. Black responds, nope. Black's keeping it short, she's not engaging any further. Good defense by Black and a best move. White almost gives up with, no clue, just block me LOL. White's telling her to block him like he's doing her a favor. He gave up on himself, and this is pathetic and a mistake. Black awkwardly says, okay. Black's about to exit this low elo match peacefully in a forced move. White panics and says, you don't have to, and then sends a shirtless picture. If you were wondering where I got these freaky ass messages, by the way, join my Discord, the link's in the description. Anyway, White stopped her from blocking him just to send an unsolicited shirtless pic. Nobody asked for this. He kinda looks like the dude from The Whale. Smash. Anyway, another cringy blunder from White. Black hits back and says, how old are you? Question mark. Black's concerned now because unsolicited shirtless pics usually come from someone who shouldn't be sending them. This is a smart question and a good move. White reveals with 53, period. You? Question mark. White's 53 years old, sending shirtless pics of random people online. This context makes everything worse and a catastrophic blunder. How are you 53 and still a massive loser? Black responds with 20. Black's revealing a 33-year age gap just happened. This match is moving into creepy territory with a forced move. White then says, that's hot. White heard I'm 20 and called the age gap hot. He's not embarrassed, he's apparently turned on by it, and this man is cooked with a horrible blunder. Someone come get their pops. Black shits hard with ... My bad. That's weird, TBH. You're like older than my parents. Black pointed out he's older than her parents, which should make anyone feel ashamed and resign, but not White with a great move. White defends and says, but I bet your parents don't look like I do, LOL. I have 3 kids, all in their 30s. White's bragging about his body while mentioning his kids are older than her. He thinks this is a flex. His children are in their 30s and he's hitting on someone who's in their 20s. How does he not know that's disgusting? A massive blunder. Black finally responds, that's infinitely weirder. Why aren't you chatting up someone who's your age? Question mark. He's asking why he's not dating age-appropriate people, which is a classic defense to use when older men are trying to raise you up. I personally use this defense a lot. Brilliant move. White attempts to explain with, my last girlfriend for 3 years was 22 when we got together. White's using his history of dating young women as proof that this is normal. He dated a 22-year-old for 3 years while being 50 years old. Typical blunder, and this is not something you disclose out in a public server. Black concludes and says, so you're a creep, period. Got it, period. Black just called it what it is, no sugarcoating, she's done analyzing, perfect assessments, and fits White very well with this trophy move. White defends his action with, no, I actually met her parents and everything. White thinks meeting the parents makes grooming acceptable. Meeting parents doesn't erase a 30-year-old age gap and a horrible blunder. This logic makes no sense. White doubles down with a criminal move. I'm a creep lol, says the little White went from defending himself to calling her a in one singular message. He got called a creep, agreed sarcastically, then immediately attacked her. The mask fell completely off. He's big mad because a 20-year-old doesn't think an age gap he loves is hot. Not calling him anything, but someone check his hard drives if they can even stay hard. Get it? Next, White opens with, I'm rubbing the math textbook on my dick. Pleading eyes emoji. White announces he's rubbing a math textbook on his dingling with pleading eyes. Not just textbook on sausage action. This is a fetish nobody knew existed until right about now. Inaccuracy. Black responds, I'm suddenly an math textbook. Black just transformed into the textbook. I didn't even know human beings could do that. I want to turn into a chair. Anyway, she didn't question it, she didn't reject it, she became a math textbook in hopes to be rubbed on some unwashed wiener. This is somehow one of the most defensive counters. You can't be weird to someone if they are a weird thing. Brilliant move. White finishes, and I mean finishes, with math, S so, G good, exclamation point, O, exclamation point. White stuttering at a textbook while having what sounds to me like after my goon sesh. This man is ecstatic from rubbing algebra on his pickle. Completely relatable. I do this with my biology textbooks. Good move. Next, White starts us off with, I would be catching my breathe, MMPHH, miles per hour, weird, White's out of breath doing something under the blanket. Pretty obvious what he's doing. We've all been here. Yes, we, me, and especially you. Yes, you, the viewer watching this video, I know what you did. Inaccuracy. Black shoots back with ha ha dot dot. Black's matching his energy with her own freaky noises. They're both panning at each other through text. This is actually kind of scary and a forced move. White continues with whimpers and lets out a loud moan. White just whimpered and moaned. We still don't know why. Maybe he stubbed his toe. Maybe he saw a really good sandwich. Honestly, that would get me. The context is not with us, but the noises tell the whole story. Mistake. Black says, I dot dot, I'm so wet dot dot. Black announced she's wet. Could be sweat, could be rain, could be she spilled water. We're choosing to believe she dropped her drink. The stuttering suggests panic about the spilled drink. Blunder. White responds with good girl dot dot. You may stop for now dot dot by the way. White's calling a good girl for being wet and telling her she can stop. Stop what? Spilling drinks? Being damp? I'm kind of confused with this mistake. Black finishes with yeah dot dot. I'm your good girl dot dot. I'll do as you ask me to dot dot. Only if you reward me. Weird face emoji. If you want to be called a good boy, don't forget to like, subscribe, and grab some merch. Good boy. Who would reward someone for spilling so many drinks that they became wet? And what's with this good girl thing? I only call my dog a good girl. I don't see any other uses for it. I'm extremely confused about this match. I don't want to keep rating this match. This game is a draw. Next, White starts the game with raw with eye contact TBH and our big noses booping. White just replied on someone's Instagram story talking about raw with eye contact and nose booping. What does this mean? Is this the new trending thing today? Noses booping? And what raw? Like fish? This is all so confusing to me. Why are the matches today so confusing? I'm giving this an outrageous move for just giving me a migraine. Next, White opens with, hold on, give me a second. No lube, no protection, 18, no lube, no protection, all night, all day, from the kitchen floor to the toilet seat, from the dining table to the bedroom, from the bathroom sink to the shower, from the front porch to the balcony, vertically, horizontally, quadratic, exponential, logarithmic, while I gasp for air, scream, and see the light. Imaginary girl, reverse girl, doggy, backwards, forward, sideways, upside down, on the floor, in the bed, on the couch, on a chair, being carried against the wall, outside, in a train, on a plane, in the car, on a motorcycle, the bed of a truck, on a trampoline, in a bounce house, in the pool, bent over, in the basement, against the window, have the most toe-curling, back-arching, leg-shaking, ribbing, fist-clenching, ear-rining, mouth-drooling, ass-clenching, nose-sniffling, eye-watering, eye-rolling, hip-thrusting, earth-quaking, sheet-gripping, knuckles-cracking, jaw-dropping, hair-pulling, teeth-jitterbug, mind-blogging, soul-snatching, overstimulating, vile, sloppy, moan-inducing, heart-wrenching, spine-tingling, back-breaking, atrocious, gushy, creamy, beastly, lip-biting, gravity-defying, nail-biting, sweaty feet kicking, mind-blowing, body-shivering, orgasmic, bone-breaking, world-ending, black hole-creating, universe-destroying, devious, scrumptious, amazing, delightful, delectable, unbelievable, body-numbing, bark-worthy, can't walk, head-nodding, soul-evaporating, volcano-erupting, sweat-rolling, voice. Oh, Jesus. White just opened with the most down-bad opening I have ever seen in my entire life. White must have been starving for it. Everyone keeps saying this is what Zero Cat does to a mofo, but I've seen what Pussy does to a mofo, and it is much worse. Next, White moves a piece with Hey Britain, exclamation point, it's Mr. Period Erickson from 11th grade physics, period. Haven't heard from you in a while, we should catch up soon, smiling face emoji. Wow, you've grown, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. White's claiming to be a former physics teacher reaching out to a student named Britain. Seems wholesome until the wow, you've grown. That's not a teacher, that's a creepy unk at Thanksgiving. I can't believe these types of teachers exist. How do you even have the mindset to do this towards your previous students? Someone take away his teaching license before it's too late. Disgusting, outrageous move. Why couldn't I get these kinds of teachers? Next, White opens with, oh, happy B-Day. White's wishing someone a happy birthday with minimal effort. Something we all do when we barely know someone but don't want to be rude and not greet them. Book move. Black responds with, thank you, exclamation point. Day doesn't really mean much, but I guess it's another one, XD. Black's thanking him, but immediately revealing birthdays aren't special to them. Trying to keep it light, but there's pretty much sadness here. Black's being honest and a good move. White says, oh, that's sad to hear. I hope you have a good day. Have dinner with your friends or family or something. If there's anything I can do to help, say so. White's showing genuine concern. He's offering help. That seems pretty nice so far. Surely nothing bad happens and this stays a whole conversation. Right, guys? I bet my right nut it will stay wholesome. Good move. Black explains, yeah, ... First time I tried making a birthday party was last year and everyone canceled 2 hours before ... Not a fan of repeating the experience, period. ... Don't have family either, so it's like a day from any other, period. Buy a cupcake from the store and light up a lighter as usual, but thank you, exclamation point. Black just revealed he has no family, his only party attempt failed, and he celebrates alone with a store-bought cupcake and a lighter instead of candles. It's honestly heartbreaking. He's being vulnerable. Forced move. This would be less depressing if this wasn't my exact same birthday that I just had. White says, well, is there anything I can do to help? Question mark. Nervous face emoji. White's still trying to be supportive. He's asking again if he can help, and it still seems caring. Good move so far. Black responds, not really no, but thank you for wanting to. Black's declining help, but appreciating the gesture, and they're being polite. Good move. White pushes with, you sure? Question mark. I could give you something special to celebrate. White's insisting on giving something special, apparently. This could still be innocent, but something special is starting to feel weird. Mistake. Black accepts. I appreciate the gesture. I don't feel entitled to receiving anything, but it's appreciated. And then, sure, I suppose it couldn't hurt. Black's hesitantly accepting because he doesn't want to seem rude. He's clearly uncomfortable with receiving things, but agreed anyway. Forced move. White asks, what would you like to see? White's asking what he'd like to see, not receive. The phrasing is pretty suspicious. Mistake turning into a potential blunder. There goes my right, fellas. I'm all out. Black responds with, I don't know, you're the one giving the thing XD. Black's confused because White asking what he wants to see instead of what he wants. Still trying to keep it light, he has no idea what's coming. White sends, what about this then? Sends a weird picture of themselves in a leash. Hold on, White just sent a picture of himself in a leash on this person's sad birthday. He took I'll give you something special and sent a fetish photo. This person shared that they have no family and failed party attempts, and White responded with some weird-ass leash pic. This is insane and a blunder for preying on vulnerable people. Black responds with, that's ... unexpected. Black's being incredibly to see, not wishes. Confused because what's coming. Responded with some. He took I'll give you something special and sent a fetish photo. This person shared that they have no family and failed party attempts, and White responded with some weird-ass fetish photo. This person shared that they have no family and failed party. He took I'll give you something special and sent a fetish photo. This share that they have no failed party attempts, and White responded with some weird-ass leash pic. This is insane and a blunder for preying on vulnerable people. Incredibly polite considering what just happened in a forced move. White then asks, would finding me like this be a good birthday gift, or not good enough? White's thinking finding him in a leash would be a good birthday present. He's asking if he's good enough, like he's offering a service. The man saw depression and thought he'd definitely cheer up seeing me on a collar and all fours. Despicable blunder, and nobody would want to see me on a collar with all fours. Black says, but thanks I suppose, XD. And now you made it weird. Black's still trying to be nice by saying thanks, but calling out that it's weird now. Good move for staying calm, but still not aggressive enough for my tastes. White continues and then sends another picture of them in a maid outfit. I have ones like this as well. White sent another photo, this time in a maid outfit. He has a collection, apparently. He's not stopping. As well instead of as well shows he's rushing to send more, probably bricked up imagining Black has been liking the picture so far. Catastrophic blunder. Black tries to stop it with, look, I'm sure you're a sweet kid, and please don't take this wrong, but, period. I'm neither interested nor available, period. Today's a shit day, please don't make it any more complicated, period. Black's being firm now, he called him a kid, stated he's taken, and asked him to stop because today is already terrible. He's being direct while still trying to be kind, and a brilliant move. White ignores everything, saying, I know you're dating. She still doesn't have to know. Weird dog face emoji. Our maid dress is not your thing, question mark. I have other clothes or none, dot, dot, dot. White knows he's dating and suggests cheating. A weird ass face after suggesting cheating on their partner is absolutely disgusting. Then he offered to send her nudes with or none. Person shared trauma about birthdays and White's proposition to him. Absolutely diabolical blunder. Black set boundaries with, please don't, period. I'd rather not have to block you because I enjoy things being resolved through open communication, period. I am not interested, period. Just because I'm bisexual does not mean I'm actively interested in anything that moves, period. Please be respectful towards others and towards yourself, period. Black's giving him one final chance. He explained he's bisexual, but not interested in everyone, which means White saw his sexuality and thought he'd want to see his pics. He's being respectful while shutting him down completely. Great move, and a better move would have been calling this freak a disgusting gooner freak and resigning. White backtracks with, if you're not interested in pictures, is texting better, question mark. White's still not getting it. He thinks the problem is the format, not the content, and a blunder. Black clarifies, as long as you keep it respectful and platonic without any romantically or sexually charged conversation, yes, period. Look, today's a sensitive day, period. So yeah, talking is nice, period. But don't be an asshole about it, okay, question mark. Black setting boundaries and calling him out for being an asshole. He still wants conversation, but only if he behaves. He's giving him more chances than my ex did. It was one mistake, Ryana. Good move. White apologizes with, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Would you like to chat about then? White finally apologized and asked what he wants to talk about. He might have learned, but I doubt it. Gooners never change. Forced move. Black responds anything. Art, video games, whatever, heck. Politics, or the culmination of genetics that led to us as a species. Black's listing normal conversation topics, suggesting normal and weird human topics. Saddest thing is, Black is so lonely, he's still trying to have a conversation with this freak just to have someone to talk to on their birthday. This is kind of sad since White resigned after being turned down like the dog they are. As an early birthday present, please hit that playlist button that pops up. I'm begging you, I'm on my hands and knees. White opens with, hello, are you down to sext? Putting an offer on the table, that's not normal, especially when you just met someone. This mistake was played way too early, and only rookies make moves this careless. Black responds with, the fuck? That's your second message? Really? No. Leaving no room for discussion in a brutal and well-deserved rejection. Black plays an excellent move in response here, both defending well and entering a position with some good attacking response. White hits back with PLZ, I'll make you come, making an offer that you and I both know they cannot fulfill with an inaccuracy. You know you're cooked when you have to use the word please to get a chance with a girl, and doubling down on it is a new low. White doesn't have only no respect for their opponent, but none for themselves either, which is an L for obvious reasons. No means no, dude. No. Making a very good point, Black doubles down on the rejection and even decides to make things aggressive this time. Great move. If this isn't a big enough sign for White to move on, it's their problem because it's very obvious they have no chance of winning the game now, unless a miracle happens, of course. White doesn't take no for an answer, then replies with, why not? It's hot. Just ask and be embarrassed at this point by playing blunder. If you get rejected twice, the only good move available is aborting the game before you get your ass beat, but White clearly likes being spanked or something. I mean, who am I to judge? It would be a bit hypocritical. Black triples down this time and pushes back with, because I said so, now fuck off. And at this point, they seem angry enough to justify hitting the block button and moving on. That would have definitely been the best move, but instead they decided to play dismiss and give White another opportunity to get back into the game. White plays, I know you would not do it, you are bad, not hot at all, unless you can me, and as embarrassing as this is, let's be real, it's funny as shit. No way bro said Black wasn't hot after basically begging for nudes, I'm crying. Jokes aside, I'd be an idiot to not grade this in inaccuracy because it makes next to no sense and makes White look like a clown. Let's just say there are a lot of opportunities for Black to attack back. Have fun making other women uncomfy, I'm blocking you. Black finally plays the best move on the defense, realizing they have a button that literally guarantees an instant checkmate. Saying they're going to use it is only the first step though, because what's the point if it's a loose threat? Clearly it was a loose threat because White hits back with, send pic please, you are come back here, do not ignore, I know your living place. There's no better way to respond to a threat than with another threat, and as much as I want to hate on this move, it's excellent. Black is definitely the type of player to believe they are going to get doxxed. This time, I'm wrong though, as Black replies with, damn bro, where do I live? Essentially daring their opponent to drop the address, which is pretty badass and a great move if you ask me. I mean, if White has actually doxed them, it's a blunder, but let's just assume they haven't. Given that this, is Reddit, the user probably doesn't have enough IQ to find someone's personal details, I'm acting like I do. America, Scared. White would have been better off saying nothing rather than this terrible blunder, which gives all the authority they have built straight back to the opponent. Obviously, Black is not scared. You can't just say you know someone's living place and then name the most likely country in the world for an English-speaking Reddit user to come from. Infinite oral loss for White here. Black hits back with LOL, thanks so much for this, genuinely made my day, you're very far off, and while they may have gotten the last laugh, it's hard not to call this a cornball move. Like, bro, just laugh at them, move on, just block them or something. The whole thank you gimmick is enough to make even the most brain-rotted iPad kid shrivel like a raisin. This play still strengthens their position, but definitely damages their legacy on the platform. In defense, White responds, you are cracker, shut up you but you have small. Again, making no sense because why would they want to sex it if Black's tits are small? Unless they're into that, but based on the fact that they're trying to use it as an insult, I do not think that's the case. Blunder, and this loses the game for White. Next, White starts with you're so cute BS, I would throw you in car, cutting right to the chase in an outrageous move because similar to the opening in the last game, it's way too soon for shit like this. You can't just casually call a stranger cute and then follow it up by offering head action in the car. This is not how society works. Maybe if I said it to a girl, she'd say yeah, but the truth is, the sad, very sad truth is, not everyone is me. Expressing their shock, Black replies, bro, WTF, LOL, giving the most generic response to a message about head action ever. I could be mean and great at a boring move, but given the circumstances, it's a book move, because most players would say this as a reaction. Count yourself lucky, Black. White doubles down with yeah, confirming to Black that they in fact meant what they said and know this is an official offer. If they don't take it, I am free most days, by the way. I'm just letting White know. I am unemployed. Jokes aside though, this goes down as a good move for not changing character. You gotta respect the commitment. Black asks, how old are you? Dropping the plot twist of the century because there ain't no way they're interested enough in this proposition to check if it's legal or not. I'm willing to put an argument for that Black is just as freaky as White this game, but at least two weirdos have found each other rather than tormenting your average citizens. Asking your opponent's age before making more moves is always a good move though, better safe than sorry. 21 is White's response, and considering Black didn't respond to this, I'm going to assume they're a minor trying to survive. At least this is the good ending though, no minor got diddied with, and White didn't continue to pursue. I've never seen more of a stalemate in my entire life. Next, you're really cute, 16 male, is White's first move of the game, confessing their feelings and making their age and gender known in a well-rounded book move. This gives the opponent the information they need to know whether they're allowed to pursue this, and also gives a normal compliment compared to the other shit we see on text chess. Black still seems uncomfortable though, and responds with, thanks I guess, clearly not being happy that a random person has called him cute online, and that's okay. There's definitely more polite ways to go about it because this will probably send White into a depression spiral, but you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Good move. Moving away from the obvious riz, White asks, what are you up to try and steer the conversation away from romance and keep themselves within a chance of getting Black's love. This excellent move is well calculated and takes down Black's defensive awareness so White can become more of an attacking player in future rounds. They're thinking in the long term, and I like it. Black answers, just woke up, LOL, I'm kinda hungover right now, LOL, being honest about the fact that they're literally in the trenches right now, no wonder they were so reluctant about White's opening move. Black plays a good move by informing their opponent of this, and now both know the situation much better and can adjust their game to it. White does this and replies, nice, bet you had a good night, carrying the conversation and making it about Black in a great move. Everyone knows that all people want to do is talk about themselves, and understanding this psychology is the difference between a noob and a pro in text chess riz matches. White is now in a very strong position to pursue checkmate. Black expands on their night by playing, nah, I was drunk with my dad and shit, which is kinda depressing, and I wouldn't blame White if this was enough to make him abort the game. Being hungover after a night with your dad might be up there with the saddest things ever, but surely you can bond without the alcohol. This is cooked and a mistake for telling the opponent and giving them the chance to run away while they still can. Up to anything fun, White basically asks the same question as before, and that's when you know this conversation is already running dry. This inaccuracy literally makes no sense because Black has already revealed they are still in bed hungover after a night with their dad, so they're obviously not up to anything fun. All this does for White is reveal their lack of brain cells, which isn't what you want for obvious reasons. Black reiterates, nothing really, I'm just laying in bed, LOL, stating what they already have in a forced move, and you have to feel sorry for them. They've already had to go through the hungover agony of typing this message before, and now they have to do the exact same thing again. Black just needs to roll over and go back to sleep at this point because you're not getting any value out of this game. White then plays, nice, same here, trying to be relatable, but the only thing relatable about this between the two is how boring it is. It's so boring that it deserves nothing other than a boring move title, and the win is going to be Black on this one. Next, White decides to open really weirdly by asking, do you have discharge like that in your panties? Asking an extremely personal question that most women wouldn't even tell their best friend. This blunder is already bad enough, but the fact that it's literally the opening move too just makes things 100 times worse. Unless bro is on to try to get blocked by the Huz speedrun, they're an absolute creep and deserve nothing more than to lose this game. Surprisingly though, Black answers by saying, yeah, not much though, it's so gross, it's every hour or so, crying emoji. And of course it's gross, it's the bodily fluid that cleans out your entire body, it's full of inherently gross stuff. However, the thing in itself is completely normal. Black plays a mistake by actually answering the question because it's just the type of shit you're supposed to keep to yourself, regardless of who's asking. Seeing that Black is happy to engage in weird talk, White continues their pursuit and explains, I would love to buy your panties with discharge in them, I'd lick it out. And what the actual fuck have my eyes and your ears been exposed to? Licking out discharge might be the very worst thing a man can be into, and I'm not usually one to judge, but right now I think it's very valid. As bad as this offer is on White's end though, it's a pipe dream for Black, and as gross as it is, they should accept it. Imagine selling a pair a month, that would be a legitimate business. These men are usually down to pay a lot of money. Unfortunately though, hustling isn't for Black and they choose to resign the game out of complete fear. Next, she looks underage, smirking emoji, must be tight. Okay buddy, editor, put the Shaq timeout gif on screen because I promise you that's all what I'm doing right now. Black plays a criminal move right from the get-go so dastardly that the admins are forced to ban him from the platform before the game can even continue. An even bigger concern though is the one person who upvoted this. They're just as bad and need to be stopped. Next, White states, you seem annoying, making their opinions on the opponent clear and setting up a game where we will definitely see some aggression. I'd label this as a book move, but it's way too attacking to be that basic, so it's a good move. Weirdly enough though, Black hits back with thank you, kiss, and you can tell they're one of the people who think they're above everyone for being the better person in beef. Saying thank you after being insulted is the least tough thing ever, and you should not be heard anywhere other than middle school. When you pass that age, you should have the competence to come up with a funny insult yourself and win the game. Inaccuracy. Continuing their attacking style of play, White replies, you probably don't know how to give a blow, which has absolutely no relevance, and honestly, it's not even an insult. Black is a pussy though, so any sort of insult is enough to get the higher ground over them, making this one a great move. White might not be the best player ever, but they for sure know how to fight against this opponent effectively. I would too, if it was, sword fighting. I don't want to give a blow is Black's valid response, but other than calling it valid, what else can I really say? It makes a bold statement and leaves no room for discussion on it, but knowing White, they'll continue the discussion anyway, making the good move lose most of its power. In principle, this move is way above a good one, but applying it to the situation only downgrades it. As I guessed, White asks why, which is a super two-dimensional question. I honestly thought White had a bit of brain power to back him up, but obviously not. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I expected a little bit better. It's obviously because Black doesn't f with White's playstyle, so why would you want to give him head? Asking why is just setting yourself up to get insulted and a dumbass blunder. Black delivers the insult by playing because some guys are disrespectful, some guys don't watch the game properly, and so on. I knew it. White had this game in the bag, but one slip-up invited Black to come out of their shell, and they did so very well the next move. Just imagine being told you're talking dirty by a random girl online. That's when you know it's time for you to retire from the game. I'm not speaking from experience, by the way. It was a guy who told me, some random guy, obviously joking. Getting rage baited really easily by this, White loses their composure and responds with, you're prob ugly, making absolutely no sense and throwing the little bit of aura they still had directly down the drain. The reason this miss is so goddamn stupid is that Black has a profile picture. What do you mean they're probably ugly? The low-ass IQ of White is revealed again here, and there's no recovering this for them. Black punches the final blow, which reads, aw, don't you clean your doubling down on the rage bait and getting White so angry that they resign the game immediately. At this point, they should probably uninstall the game because this is an embarrassment that the TextJets community will not forget quickly. Oh, I forgot to mention, you can actually join the TextJets community through our Discord server with the link in the description. You can also submit text there to appear in my videos. Revolutionary stuff, but I know. Next, White makes a Reddit post on r/comebacks that reads, comebacks to nobody likes you from my sister, and the fact that bro needs a comeback for this already tells me enough that I need to know they're a cornball making this a cornball move. If your sister of all people tells you this, you should just move on with your life instead of going to Reddit of all places for comebacks because they come out with some crazy shit. Your mom likes me rigid and painting my baby seeds. Point proven. Shit like this only emerges from Reddit comment threads and the odd Discord community, and Black plays an outrageous move for being the one to say. More a tame insult is the way to go, especially when talking to a sister who's more likely going to snitch the first chance they get. White informs Black that the ops specified their sister bro, and holy shit, I didn't even clock what he means. Sweet home Alabama the f*** out of here, Black, because that response has just become 500 times more evil. This message might single-handedly be all the evidence needed to send Black to hell, and it's well deserved. I'm grading this a brilliant move for calling out the freak and hopefully allowing justice to prevail. In an attempt to defend such a strong attack, Black hits back with, why does that matter? Probably a step anyway, and I really hope that this isn't some sort of self-reflection. I know I usually tell someone to practice what they preach, but you and I both know that this does not apply to such a blunder. White replies simply with a gooder brain and a good move, but the best move would have been saying something much worse. This is way too tame for someone literally supporting incest, but at least it does a job and secures a checkmate. Next, hi, wait, did you want... Great. White opens with a question you don't typically ask someone when you're not 100% sure they're the intended recipient, but hey, they did it anyway. Regardless of whether consent was given prior, though, rating people's cocks on Reddit is a level of degeneracy that every ancestor in the entire family tree would frown upon, and a mistake in and itself. Unless you get paid for it, that is. $5 is $5. Black is confused and asks, I want a what? Telling me that bro is not the intended recipient, which makes White's previous move even worse than it already is. This is a forced move in response, not having any idea what's going on and having to find out for themselves. White cuts to the chase and straight up says, great, back, giving us back-to-back forced moves as White has no choice to explain themselves. Sending these two words was definitely the right way to go about things because it pretty much explains itself, and I wouldn't want to type out a detailed paragraph on rating either. You're meant to save that for the rating itself. Finally understanding what's going on here, Black asks, so you want to see my and I very much hope this is a question rather than an offering. Assuming it's a question because nobody has that much character development in one move, I'll call this a good move for trying to enhance understanding, but if things continue after this question, I won't be so kind. Yeah, kinda. Absolutely no denial from White, who doubles down one last time on their rating fantasies and puts Black in a situation where they have one of two choices. They may either deny the rating and be on with their day, or accept it and receive a complete statistical analysis on their private parts. Not gonna lie, if I was in this situation, I'd accept it straight away. I know mine is way above average, but hearing someone else tell me that would be pretty cool. The moment of truth arrives and Black answers, sorry, I don't trust any of you, you are actually really creepy and weird. Absolute cinema. Black does the right thing and leaves room for all of us to get our rated instead. You can't waste such valuable resources on an unwilling participant. It just isn't really fair. Trophy move for turning down the offer, and everyone watching this video is very thankful. Next, what do you like to do in your freezer time? Edit free is White's opening, and I might just not be online enough, but who else does edit instead of just using an asterisk to correct themselves? In fairness, it's the type of thing I can imagine your average Reddit user doing, so it makes complete sense. That corny part aside though, this is a normal question and a book move. Black replies, game, like every other teenager on the entire planet. This boring move is very vague, and they could have at least said what games they play, but I guess they're trying to keep up some sort of aura they don't have. They're not me. Normalize sending coherent messages instead of trying to sound edgy as hell, though. White hits back saying, it's better than what most boys say, which low-key scares me because what else has this player been exposed to? A neutral move he has played here without any offense or defensive intentions and simply aims to develop some pieces, which it does well. Good move, but it still frightens me. Black responds like they couldn't give a fuck about what this game has to offer and simply responds with, yeah, I guess, and I've not seen replies this low effort since I tried to slide back into my ex's DMs on Christmas. I thought she could, sit on Santa's lap and we could talk about the first thing that pops up, but I guess the damage has already been done. By the way, I'm Santa. I don't see what this miss does for the game, and it just looks like a missed opportunity to me, so that's what I'll call it. Knowing Black couldn't give less of a shit, White expands anyway and explains they say jerking off, but this mistake is destined for failure. This is quite literally any example of talking to a wall because the opponent does not give a singular f about what any of the other boys say. He just wants to get back on his game, and you know what? I respect it. Sometimes I want to get back on my game after reading these messages too. LMAO is Black's lame excuse of a laugh, and you White expands anyway and explains they say jerking off, but this mistake is destined for failure. This is quite literally any example of talking to a wall because the opponent does not give a singular f about what any of the other boys say. He just wants to get back on his game, and you know what? I respect it. Sometimes I want to get back on my game after reading these messages too. LMAO.
Still kinda waiting for nothing. Oh, how'd I ever end up in a race on a road to nothing? In a race on a road to nothing. I reckon unchecked contemplation is a powerful drug, and I've been trying to clear my airways. I've been trying to grow up instead of learning how to worry. I could learn how to love and maybe mess around and guess at how to clean myself up. And yeah, before that I should probably learn to wake before noon. But how am I supposed to wake up when there's so much to do? Maybe today I'll get things done. Honestly, that could be cool. Someday I'd like to play the expert instead of being the fool. And well, all of the moments in which I wish I could live are comprised of components made out of things I won't give. It's in there. Just dropped in from the daydream. You know I always gotta cause a big scene. Gotta make everything about me. I've been like this since I was like 13. So let me bend your ears while I got them. What is it you're really trying to run from? I guess that's the thing about problems. While you ignore them, then you ain't got none. Oh, what a wonderful way to live. Cold, magnifying the things I did. I know something has got to give. I wait for the veil to lift. And oh, I'm feeling that choice in the way. I'm feeding that void every day. I'm screaming your voice in my brain. It's more than I can take, and oh, I'm feeling that choice in the way. A little blockade in my brain. Whatever comes next, I pray. It isn't more than I can take, yeah. Always late to the party, so everybody might look upon me. Show them something better than I might be. Force feed a narrative, sell them what they wanna see. Wait, maybe that's the way I put the walls up. No one ever gets to get a close up. That's the way illusions get bust up. Life's been a breeze so long as I kept the front up. Hey, don't make me reflect on things. Avoiding it all is an easy win. No wake and the loneliness settle in. It's my choice to pretend to be king. And oh, I'm feeling that choice in the way. I'm feeding that void every day. I'm screaming your voice in my brain. It's more than I can take, and oh, I'm feeling that choice in the way. A little blockade in my brain. Whatever comes next, I pray. It isn't more than I can take, yeah. The person inside underwhelms me, so I pretend I'm something else entirely. A person who's better than me at everything. Rather you'd know that other guy instead of me. It's funny how it took so long to realize. I thought I was alone and trying to live lies. Maybe everyone's a person being hid behind. Would we all be so alone if we empathized? Whoa, a depressing epiphany. I know you so far as you let me see. We're both different people way underneath. What happens when those people meet? I don't know. I'm feeling that choice in the way. I'm feeding that void every day. I'm screaming your voice in my brain. It's more than I can take, and oh, I'm feeling that choice in the way. A isn't more than I can take, yeah. I thought I was alone and trying to live life. Feeling that void every day. I'm screaming your voice in my brain. It's more than I can take and all. I'm feeling that choice in the way. A little blockade in my brain. Whatever comes next, I pray. It isn't more than I can take, yeah. Behind would we all be so alone if we empathize? Whoa, a depressing epiphany. I know you so far as you let me see. We're both different people way underneath. What happens when those people meet? I don't know. I'm feeling that choice in the way. Feeding that void every day. I'm screaming your voice in my brain. It's more than I can take and all. I'm feeling that choice in the way. A little blockade in my brain. Whatever comes next, I pray. It isn't more than I can take, yeah. More than I can take, yeah. we done? Look at the madness, the frontiers are gone. So maybe I'm past this, the prodigal son, or just a drop in the ocean. But it's time to wake up and smell the pollution. Never a doubt in my mind that if I seek, then I should find where my keys may fit. Yeah, it could be that I glimpsed nirvana once or twice, and obsessively tried to carry that light with me ever since. Well, I don't mind my brain being a one-horse town. My one-track mind keeps my feet on ground. The world keeps changing, but I double down. I don't mind my brain being a one-horse town. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And whatever the tide, I continue to wonder. The gold rush arrived with hopefuls abundant. The highways were changed just for optics and comfort, and yet I remain, and I keep pushing onwards. And the truth of the matter comes to dawn. I'll cease my true pursuit for none, because this chase is me. Oh, but anyway, well, try as I might, I can't fathom how it is you could ever love someone like me. I don't mind my brain being a one-horse town. My one-track mind keeps my feet on ground. The world keeps changing, but I double down. I don't mind my brain being a one-horse town. transgressions and this subversion of expectation. I'm stepping out and seeking redemption. I could move someplace, I could change my name, but I won't let things go this way. Gain all memories, chemical signal burdens, keeping my brain from working, killing my serotonin. Yeah. Oh, memories, can't count the ways I curse you. Wish that I could unlearn you. Hope that they find a cure soon. And all of the times that I could have broke, I hinged on something. If I don't take stock and if I don't grow, then it's been for nothing. I'll take my baggage down the road and I'll be what I'm stuck with. Yeah, there's a lot I gotta take. Little moments still haunting, 'cause I don't get the point of it. When you don't get what you wanted, all you need is something and you lost it. Yeah, I miss you, yeah, you don't care. It's a hard truth to take, but I'm getting there. You went someplace, you went somewhere, but the mark you left remains. Oh, memories, chemical signal burdens, keeping my brain from working, killing my serotonin. Yeah, oh, memories, can't count the ways I curse you. Wish that I could unlearn you. Hope that they find a cure soon. And always something burning out. Someday we may figure out why I'm hoping maybe you might tell me what you found. 'Cause I know you that I'm not well. Yeah, where the fuck did you go? Yeah, where the fuck did you go? And maybe everything I felt lately inherited its framing from knowing you as well. See, I could never truly reply to things you opened my eyes to. Help me out of my shell. But